Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Hopefully you guys are using this to study or help you out with your homework. But today what we're going to be looking at is solving linear equations to model real-world contexts. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have a word problem, and we're going to have a situation with two different people, and we're going to set their situations equal to each other to find the missing variable. So let's go ahead and jump right in and see what I'm talking about here. So right here it will say Owen and Charlotte's mom give them the same amount of money to spend at the fair. They both spend all their money. Owen goes on 8 rides and spends $5 on pizza, while Charlotte goes on 5 rides and spends $6.50 on pizza. How much does each ride cost? Now, a key part here, it says the mom gives them the same amount of money, okay? So Owen and Charlotte both have the same amount of money. Well, the one thing we need to know is how much the rides cost. That's the unknown, okay? So we don't know how much rides are. So let's go ahead and look at this. If we set up an equation, it says Owen goes on 8 rides. So Owen goes on 8 rides. I don't know how much a ride costs, but I know he did spend $5 on pizza. Okay, so this is Owen. Charlotte, on the other hand, she only went on 5 rides, but she spent $6.50 on a pizza. And the key thing, what they tell us is they said they had the same amount of money. So what I can do with these guys, I can set them equal to each other. Now all I need to do is solve for the missing variable r. So first I'm going to minus 5r on both sides. That's going to give me 3r plus 5 is equal to $6.50. If I minus 5 on both sides, this will give me 3r is equal to $1.50. And if I divide both sides by 3, that'll mean that each ride is 50 cents. And that's how we solve that one. So let's go ahead and look at the next one. It says underground floor charges $8 a square foot of wood flooring plus $150 for installation. Jimmy Hayward's flooring charges $6 per square foot plus $200 for installation. How many square feet of flooring would the two companies charge the same amount for flooring? If you were going to put in a floor kitchen that had 120 square feet, how much would you choose, or which company would you choose? So whenever you go to Home Depot or a place, they have square footing for whether it's tile or wood floors or laminate flooring, and you pay not only for the materials, that's what the square foot means. So for each square foot in your house, you're going to pay a certain amount. You also have to pay the people to come to your house and actually install it for you. So the two companies there's one person that says it's $8 a square foot, but it's $150 for installation. The other company, they charge only $6 per square foot, but they charge $200 for installation. The one I wrote in purple, that one's actually cheaper to begin with because it's only $150 up front, but then it's $8 a square foot. So the larger the area, the purple will eventually become more expensive. Whereas in the red, it starts off more expensive, but it's cheaper at first. So it says, it's cheaper per square foot. So let's go ahead and look what happens when I want to know how many square foot it'll be when their two people are equal. So let's go ahead and see what happens. I'm going to just solve for x here by minusing 6x on both sides. And then I'm also going to minus 150 on both sides. So that means I'm going to have 2x is equal to 50. And then I'm going to solve for x by dividing both sides by 2. And that means I'm going to have x is equal to 25. So that means if I'm having like a small bathroom installed that's 25 square feet, I could choose either company and they'll be the same exact price. But it's saying if I were to get a room with 120 square feet, which would be the better option? So the better option, well, to find that out, if we don't quite see it right away, some of us might be able to look at this and be like, oh, that's the correct answer. But if we don't know that, we can just plug in 120 for both companies. So let's go ahead and do the first company that I wrote in purple. So that's underground floors. So that would be 8 times 120, $8 for 120 square feet, plus the $150 for installation. So let's go ahead and bring that up. That's going to be 8 times 120 is $960 plus $150 for installation. So let's go ahead and add that $150, which means that'll be $1,110. All right, now the second company, which is Jimmy Hardwood, which was $6 for the same 120 square feet, so for the supplies, plus $200 for installation. When I do that, I'm going to have $720 plus $200. And when I add those together, I'm going to have $920. Therefore, the second company will be cheaper. All right. Now let's go ahead and look at this one. Sometimes these can get a little tricky. It says 3 times an odd integer is 11 less than 4 times the next integer. So let's go ahead. What is the odd integer? Well, that's what I'm starting off with. I don't know what that integer is. So I'm just going to say x. I'm going to define it. I'm going to tell you guys that x is an odd integer. And I know it's odd because I am defining it as odd, therefore it is. So now it says, where am I? So it says 3 times an odd integer is 11 less than 4 times the next greater integer. So let's go ahead and see how we would set that up. Okay, and it says the next integer will be 1 greater than that. So x plus 1 is the next greater integer. All right. So it says 3 times the odd integer. So we're going to do 3 times the odd integer is equal to, or is 11 less. So I know I'm going to subtract 11 from something, 4 times the next greater integer. So it's going to be 4 times the next greater integer, which is x plus 1. So now all we're going to have to do is solve for the odd integer. So I'm going to distribute here to get 3x is equal to 4x plus 4 minus 11. And what I'm going to do here now is combine like terms. So this is going to be 3x is equal to 4x minus 7. I'm going to minus 4x on both sides. And that'll give me negative x is equal to negative 7. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1 to get x is equal to positive 7. So that was my first integer. All right. If you guys have any questions with this, please email me or your teacher. And good luck with the rest of the homework.